What's happening, everybody? We're back. It is me, your resident supervillain, Mr. J. Washington.
And I'm the swaggy blerd, Winston A. Marshall.
We are here for the season 2, episode 1 review of Doom Patrol on the DC universe. And if you ain't seen this episode yet, huh?
I said I had to toast it up.
Oh, you just okay. Well, the spoiler thing already came up by now, so y'all already know what it is.
Oh yeah.
Spoilers. I am beyond excited that this show is back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Like, you know what? I was always remember when we first were reviewing it, we were like, man, we ain't hear nothing immediately about a season 2. And we were like, shit, what's going on? Remember, we were nervous. And then you heard season 2 was gonna come out, and like, okay,
and then
cool.
I was like, Jesus Christ! I got hype.
I forgot that you have control.
I had the power to do that. Yeah, no, I know.
So, like, when we found out what the date was, and then the trailer dropped, I was like, cool. And I told you, I even said on the trailer reaction review I did on this channel that you can look at it from the trailer, the budget went up.
Yeah. There's definitely a rise in the budget. It's one of those situations where they clearly did a good job. So they got rewarded for doing so, and that means we're only gonna get dope ass shit going forward.
Man, listen, the fact that it kicks off in the wildest way possible.
It could have been a little wilder because you remember. It was wild, but you remember last season because that was the whole reason I watched the show. You were like, watch Doom Patrol, just titties are flopping, and then I forgot there was titties are flopping this time too.
There was titties too, like
some bearded titties.
So you start off in London in 1921, and you could tell it's clearly a freak show. And we're watching the performers walk through.
It's a super freak.
And as you're walking through, you see the strong man banging the shit out the bearded lady who, by the way, don't look that interested though. Like if you looked at her face, she was like,
she kind of is getting hit. Like she's getting hit from behind. Like is this it? That's kind of
she ain't even from behind. She laid on her back, spread with her legs out, and she just like, all right, you gonna be done soon.
Oh yeah. Am I confusing it with another part?
You probably are.
I'm tired, man. It's been a long day already. Maybe I shouldn't have this beer.
You probably should. You see. So then you see that the ringmaster brings out his star attraction, which is the ape-faced girl, and you see it's a little girl in a cage, which first of all is very fucked up. And then he opens and we see the little girl. We'll find out later her name's Dorothy, and we find out I think actually in the end of season 1, but it's Dorothy. It's the chief's daughter, and motherfuckers is bogus because dude's throwing bananas, and one older white dude was like, "Yo, I got another banana for you right here," and I'm like, sir,
that's a child. Sir. That's a child. I don't even care. I don't even care if she looks like an ape monkey thing. It's a child.
It's a child.
People are gross, man.
So then so the ringmaster he tells about this imaginary creature that she can bring forth. And she's talking, you hear her talking to herself, but she's talking to her imaginary friend. And she's like, look, we just got to do this so eventually we can go. So she makes this big ass moose werewolf,
big ass truck rental and storage. I'm sorry, nigga. I'm really on one today.
Have I introduced you to him?
You know him?
That's one of my best friends. He's like my big brother.
No, you have not introduced me to him, and I wish you would.
One of my best, like he's one of my best friends.
Big ass truck rental is.
Yeah, the Jones barbecue and foot massage.
Jones barbecue and foot massage.
Actually, I had him and Spice actually meet up. Like I'm the reason him and Spice met.
I mean, that's pretty dope.
So when I be name dropping it is bitch.
Yeah, you do it a lot. Like you do it a lot.
Anyways, so she has the little creature comes out, right? And the fucking thing is the ringmaster wants the creature to dance, and you can see just looking like, nigga, I'll kill you. Like I don't want to dance. And then he does it, and then all of a sudden he's like, fuck this, I'm not dancing. And so they start whipping him shit, and that's when everything.
Yeah, that was kind of yeah, go ahead.
What makes any human being think that something that just appeared out of thin air, okay, that materialized out of thin air, that looks like it can destroy your whole bloodline, that you managed to chain up because it's letting you do it. What makes you think that if you hit and whip it, that it at some point just won't be like, fuck all of this?
I'm
like,
just gonna kill you. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I honestly don't know the answer to that question. It seems kind of stupid, if you ask me, to even run that risk. You know what I'm saying? Like, why put yourself in a position to get your ass whooped and murdered? Like,
just murked.
Just.
And so that's what happens. Because Dorothy gets scared and she knows what's about to go to hell. And all of a sudden it gets dark and you just hear screaming, and then screaming stops. You hear that screaming that, like, you know everybody's dying, and then you just see the ringmaster's head, like he got the fuck decapitated out of him. And then we peek over and we see Niles looking at her. Like, she's terrified, and Niles is looking like, oh shit, my baby, my kid. You know what I'm saying? My child.
My kid.
My kid. So they still miniatures from after the season 1 finale. They still living in Cliff's racetrack, but these mugs is all intense and everything. Like, they just started setting shit up for real. Like, they got real living situations. The fact that Larry is out here making mini pancakes, and look, first of all, can we give Larry his artistic respect that he deserves? Because he was sitting there making sure they were nice and golden brown, flipping them, putting the right dab of butter and the syrup on it so it don't overwhelm them. Like, are you still here with me? Like, are you?
I froze for like half a second. I'm sorry. Yes. So with the little dollops of pancakes and shit. Hey man, look, I'm just gonna say this. I appreciate the artistry that Cliff ended up having. You know what I'm saying?
That was Larry.
Nigga, what is wrong with me today? I don't understand what's wrong. Yes, Larry. That Larry made a little thing that, you know, Cliff was upset he couldn't eat the whole entire time, mind you. But the simple fact that he took the time to make these tiny ass little pancakes, and he was making gourmet meals for them the whole time they've been miniature and shit.
Man, like, he been out here getting this Chef Boyardee wrapped on. Like, Boyardee wrapped. No, okay.
I'm not letting you get away with that weak shit. You better come with some fire, son. You don't just get free passes.
Well, yeah, that's fucked up. I'm sorry. I really fucked up, man. I think you all deserve better. I will do better. I will be better because I know better.
If not, it's time for a change. Go get somebody else that can do that joke better.
Ha! See, that's how you know he watched the episode, because all the time Jane keep getting these messages, time for a change, because basically the underground is like, bitch, what is you doing? What is you doing? Because remember, she's taking this serum to keep all the other personalities at bay. And if you don't remember from season 1, Jane isn't even the primary.
Right.
The primary is a girl named Kay, who was being abused by her dad and everything. And then we even see the shit how she was abused in fucking the church when they were back with the rattlesnake dog. Like, bro, like that.
Dude,
now for those
that whole well, they were trying to do an exorcism on her,
right?
Which was interesting because essentially the exorcism was like a situation where the personalities realized, look, if we just pretend, then they'll stop. They'll leave us the fuck alone. Like, I got this. So what was the name of the personality that ended up taking over? I can't remember.
Miranda.
Yes. So Miranda comes up. She's like, oh my God, I'm healed. Thank you. And then goes to the mom and said, look here, bitch. I ain't cured of shit. And your little shit ain't never going to wash away them sins if you let me get abused the way you did. So fuck you. Fuck the horse you rode in on. We up in this bitch. And you say shit, I'll ruin your whole motherfucking career. Career. Yep.
But again, so like Jane is out here trying to just live her best life. Like, she wants to be just Jane.
Yeah.
But like I said, the underground is trying. But again, so Cliff pissed off, Joe. Cliff like, man, fuck all you niggas. I got this cheese on standby. Finna go feed these rats. And Dorothy want to go with him, and he basically like, get the fuck away from me.
Get the fuck away from me.
Fuck away from me.
Out your goddamn mind.
You find out he's not trying to feed rats. This motherfucker out here beating up rats.
Just beating the shit out of them.
Did you see the scoreboard the man was keeping?
Yeah, the fact that he's every time they come out and they try and fuck with him, he just knocks that shit on his belt on the wall and shit. Tired of that. I don't blame him, man, because that rat had a large part to do with why he was so fucked up. Remember last season, because he was inside fucking with his controls. The rat was in,
yeah. Well, that was Admiral. That was a different. Yeah,
but rat. He hates all rats. I think that's part of the reason why he's doing this is because he really fucking hates them.
You find out that Larry actually was an asshole daddy. Like, he was a real asshole. Like, he came home, his son, and was like, Daddy, want to show you what it did because I love you, right? So I made a model of the airplane that you flying in. You know what I'm saying? I got the rocket on the bottom to give it a boost and all this. And Larry was like, well, we're going to show you how to do this shit right. And the kid is like, I like it like this. And he's like, well,
I like it like that. You like it wrong. Well, you like it wrong, little nigga.
Like, this is the problem I have with Larry Train. Because first of all, the negative spirit made him, the negative spirit be making him see shit he do not want to see sometimes. But here's the problem. He was an asshole daddy. He was a negligent father.
Stop calling him daddy, bro. Like, just call him father or dad. Do you understand how weird it sounds every time you're like, he was a negligent daddy?
He's a negligent father.
Thank you. That's all I ask. All I ask.
Please don't just call that grown man daddy. I
like, please, especially because it's Father's Day that we're recording this. I was just on Twitter and some girl tweeted out, do I have to give a phone call to every man I've called daddy in my life? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot. I can't be having you out in these streets just out here, you yourself saying that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not just regular. Hey, what's up, daddy? Like, I'm not different saying that. No, Nick. What?
I'm just saying, man. Like, just do me a solid and just say father or dad.
Okay. He's a negligent ass father. Then the fact of him being negligent because he was secretly gay, trying to run away from everything. Dude was the asshole on every single level. So it's like, because I think the story season 1 was you have to accept who you are and be comfortable with it.
Right.
But the problem in him trying to accept it was he was just discredited and abusing the hell out of his family. Like, yeah, okay, you're gay. This is what who you truly are. But like, your kids ain't got nothing to do with this, bro. Like,
I feel bad for his kids, man. They just out here trying to live their best life, and
we find out his son, his oldest son, the one that made the plane. We find out that he was actually, the negative spirit shows him that he is committing suicide because of him.
Dude, the negative spirit's kind of fucked up. Like first of all, who knew it had this many different powers? Like that it's out here showing you visions of shit happening in the world, on top of the fact that it's an energy that can go through and set off EMPs and shit. Like, can you imagine, like, every time you did something fucked up, which you do a lot of things that are kind of fucked up sometimes, sir, and the negative spirit of your body said, hey, nigga, I want you to see this, and you just have to keep reliving that shit over and over and over again.
And actually, you got to see it not even from your own eyes. You got to see it from the outside perspective, because that's literally how Larry looks. Like, I think people probably assume that when the negative spirit does that to him, he's looking at it through his own eyes as his life. The negative spirit is like, nah, nigga, this is you sit back and have a seat. Like, I want you to know what this looks like. And it's like, damn. You found out Clips Pops was an asshole too. Like, everybody got.
That's kind of the thing. I think that is actually the whoa. This drops this week, right?
Yes.
So they decided for their premiere to be like, all they daddies ain't shit. Like right after Father's Day.
Right after Father's Day.
So the professor ain't been shit. Like the chief. I mean, yeah, the professor, the chief. It's all the same. They locked his ape girl up in with Danny. In London. Well, no, originally he locked her up with Danny the Street.
Well, yeah, originally he locked up with Danny, and Danny was like, "I'll take care of you and everything."
So you have that. Then you have the fact that first he abandoned her ass. That's why she ended up in a fucking circus freak show in the first place. Then you got Jane, who was molested by her daddy. Then you got fucking Cliff, whose daddy was a piece of shit, and he didn't really do very well. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Larry's ass is a piece of shit. Cyborg's daddy ain't shit.
I was just gonna say Cyborg daddy was an asshole.
All got daddy issues. The only other one would be God. What's her name? Why all of a sudden? Rita, but even her parents, like, because they wanted her to be a star as a kid, were just kind of like, well, regular you sucks ass. Just be this. And
yeah,
you're just
you're Rita Farr. You're not Gertrude, whatever your real name, Gertrude something. You're just Rita Farr no matter what. Like,
they all got hardcore daddy issues, bro.
It should be Doom Patrol, daddy issues.
They should be Daddy Patrol. God damn it. God damn it.
Yeah.
This is why I told you to stop saying it. That's exactly why I told you to stop saying it.
You're going to blame that on me now.
It's your fault. You put me in that mindset. I blame you 1,000%.
Oh, no. No, you won't. No, you won't.
Except
I
just did.
So you see one part where Cliff is confronting, like Cliff is trying to ride his cars, and he takes Dorothy with him on the ride. And at some point, she makes her imaginary friend Darling come up in the back seat, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
A giant ass fucking spider, bro. That shit is terrifying.
No, it wasn't the spider. That's when he made Darling with the lights in her eyes, and then she wears the apron. She has the little clown, like the face.
Yeah. Why am I? Oh, and he starts to freak out because he already is having a vision. Remember, of his accident.
Right, he's consistently remembering the accident
because once he starts driving too fast, it triggers back.
It reminds him of that.
I just keep forgetting she keeps popping up all these fucking imaginary ass creatures, dude. This shit is scary.
So, and then the thing is, like after that crash happens, he cusses her the fuck out. Like he cusses this little girl out. She runs off because Chief is like trying to tell him like, "Oh, you don't know how bad you had it." And I swear I was expecting Cliff to punch the fuck out the Chief. He was like, You want to talk about who has it the worst? Like you really want to have this conversation with me? Like, nigga, I don't even have a body anymore. You know what I'm saying? I can't eat, I can't smell, I want to smoke weed, I want to drink, can't do none of that. Like
none of the shits. None of them.
So you find out that so the Chief decides, like, yo, I gotta figure out a way to get everybody back big. I gotta try to get back in their good graces and shit. And so he summons up Willoughby Kipling. And Willoughby was like, yo, that type of magic ain't cheap. Like, what you got to give? And he was like, what you want? He was like, that talus, that thing around your neck. And he was like, fuck, Sue. Because if I give this away, like,
I'm a guy and shit. Like, are you sure you can't? There's nothing else.
You know, like, I know I look 60-ish. You know what I'm saying? I'm suave 60 in a wheelchair. However, if I give this away, what will happen is my suaveness will age away quickly. You know what I'm saying? Quickly. So yeah, he makes that deal with Willoughby Kipling, and also you see the negative spirit again shows him that his son, Larry, that his older son is, like I said earlier, committing suicide. We got Danny the Street is just Danny
the Brick. Yeah, Danny the Brick.
He's just the brick. He's one brick. That's it. Because remember when Daddy went through all that shit,
that's it. One brick and that is it. I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me today. You look very confused. I think that's what's happening. I think it's very funny to me to just see how you'll respond to this random shit that keeps happening. So I think I just keep doing it because it's fucking funny.
Because I'm like, okay. Not to mention I'm feeling a little self-conscious because I put on a 3XL t-shirt because I didn't have nothing else to put on today. And so this bitch is like a blouse on me.
That should make
like
you feel good. That should make you feel good.
It does, but it's just weird because you can see this bitch draped like I done spent the night over somebody's house and they gave me a t-shirt to put on. Like that's
I mean, I don't know. That shit's kind of funny to me. That the same way that girls be, like you said, they be wearing your shirt and then they walk out in it and shit. Except you did that to yourself. You literally are shirting yourself. That's just fucking funny. That's fucking funny.
Myself the shirt. Oh yeah, so Jane and Cliff are at Danny, right? And Jane getting high as fuck, and they start talking about Dorothy, and they go clean in. Jane, like, what the fuck do you have to fucking get something that fucking looks like that? I was like, yo, you niggas is petty.
That's some fucked up shit, bro. That's come on, man.
Petty. I don't know if I ever want to obtain, but the fact Chief roll up like, hey, bitches. You got something to say about me, but leave my daughter out this shit. And that's where, as a father, I respect that.
I respect that because it's a fucking child. You know what I'm saying? Not only a child, but my child. You know what I mean? Like, get all that noise the fuck up out of here.
Well, you know. So eventually Dorothy goes missing. They find out Dorothy went to go feed the rats because she think that's what Cliff been doing. Oh, I forgot to mention earlier, after the argument that Cliff and the Chief had, he told him to work out his issues. These motherfuckers is watching the movie. Cliff come back with a rat head and body on this like a Native American chief that had made a kill. Like, yeah, if working out my issues right here, like this is disgusting. Because it's like the question for me was, where's the rest of the rat? Like, where's the innards and all that shit? Because you hollowed the rat out.
I wonder, even though he can't taste it and shit, if he just ate it.
His mouth can't move.
I guess that's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
So, like, if he did, that
because it sounds like some shit he would do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It sounds like just to be petty, he would fucking eat the rest of the rat carcass.
I mean, I can see that. And so when Dorothy go away, Dorothy is going to find the rats. Jane and Cliff find her in the rat hole. Come to find out it's a mama rat with a bunch of baby rats, right? And first of all, it's rats, so I don't know why the fuck anybody would think this looks cute, but it was looking cute, right? So then you had the one little scraggly, weak baby rat, and it's just like, oh, look at that weak aqua, and the mama rat just eats this motherfucker quickly.
Just completely just devastates it, and she starts panicking. Said, no.
Chief, like, please calm the fuck down. And Jane said a real thing, like it's the natural order. Like the weakest ones have to go. Like that's people don't realize that happens in all facets of the animal kingdom.
Yeah.
Like that's why they take puppies away from their moms right after they're born. It's not trying to be cruel, it's just because one of them little motherfuckers is getting eaten. Like somebody's getting eaten, and I don't think people understand that's natural. That's in nature to eat your baby if it is weak.
Is it,
ladies and gentlemen, human beings? I know there have been humans that have ate other humans. Like men like to eat out of certain humans, but damn it, I'm not eating my child if my child is weak.
I'm not gonna go ahead and follow you there because I feel like that was a ridiculous fucking statement. It
was meant to be hella ridiculous.
Hey, Dios mío.
So Chief trying to calm her down because she finna bring out all the fucking. You all right?
Yeah, man. I'm fine. I'm just. I look, bro. It's been a long weekend. You know what I'm saying? I done fucked all of this up. My neck, my shoulder, all that shit's fucked up. I had overtaxed my shoulder. I love how we've stopped to get into personal time. I had overtaxed my shoulder because you remember when I was doing 20 push-ups like every 4 hours and shit.
Yeah,
I should have probably listened to my body when it was like maybe don't, and I just was like I'm fine. I'm just being a bitch, like whatever. I think I really hurt something, and then when I was walking Shuri yesterday, she like lunged at a squirrel because she thinks chasing squirrels is hilarious. And that shit said yoink. And all of this is inflamed like a motherfucker. So the truth is, I've been taking what the painkillers I had left from when I fucked up my rotator cuff. And so I think I'm maybe just a little loopy right now. I'm just kind of.
Okay. So I'll tell you this real fast. So, the gyms are open. So here's the beautiful thing.
I'm not going to no damn.
Listen, nobody's in there. Because I went to LA Fitness, nobody's there. Because everybody's like, I'm not going. So you like, thank you. Like this way I ain't got to worry about nobody around, right? So I go in, I see the tire. I'm like, I'm going to do the tire flip, right? The tire 220 pounds. I'm like, fuck it. Boom. Fuck it. Boom. Going back and forth. I'm like, get my cardio, get my core workout. Then I was like, well, I haven't lifted anything in a while. So I need to see if I still got my strength. So I was like, let me see if my strength. Let me see if my shoulder shrugs are still where they were. Nigga, I grabbed the 100-pound each arm and I was like, yes, bitches, I still got it, bitches. And woke up the next morning and was like, oh, bitches, help me, bitch, I can't move. Oh,
how many bitches did you call upon?
I called upon all the bitches. I summoned the bitches of bitches. So, but again, let's go back to the episode. So Chief is trying to calm her down because she freaking the fuck out. And if she freaks out, he's already told them she has the power to end the world because her imaginary friends are real and powerful. And so she freaking the fuck out bad. That face she had, she was like,
bro, because she literally watched what she thought was a cute moment where the mama rat just devoured her fucking child. Like, yeah. I would freak the fuck out too, and I'm a grown ass adult.
I'd pay money to see you go, shit. What happened? She had a baby. She had a fucking baby.
You ain't shit, bro. You ain't shit.
So, but she was like, calm down. And he said, this is how fucked up you gotta be when you gotta be this third to your child. Don't make me lock you away again. And she just calmed down. But which, first of all, in my thought process, like, wouldn't that freak out your child more? You know what I'm saying?
1,000%.
Don't make me lock you away.
I will lock you away. I will lock you away again. Yo,
you like,
bro,
fuck. You're like, shit. And she calms down. So everything is cool. He lays and tucks her in the bed for the night because Willoughby has done a thing and they're back big. So they're already back big. So he tucks her in the infant bed at night, doesn't tell her anything because Chief knows what's happening to him after giving away that talisman. So she's going to go to sleep, and you just hear a voice go, "Father dying." And she's like, "No, he's not. No, he's not."
Not even like that. She's just like, "No, he's not." Like, because she was like, "I'm not trying to hear that shit." Like, ultimately,
no, he's not. Fuck you. Shut the fuck up.
Shut your ass up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
And that's the end of like the first episode, dude. So I'll let everybody know in advance. We've already seen the first 3 episodes. And I'll just tell you this. It keeps getting better going along. But now let's stay on this. You got to rate it 1 to 5. You already know the drill, bro.
I'll give it a 4. We had to reintroduce some new characters. We had to set up some plot lines. We're getting a lot of that same energy that we got from the first about how fucked up everybody is and stuff like that. Obviously, Cyborg left pretty quickly. We only got to see him for a little bit before he chirped out. So, you know what I mean? Because he was trying to train. That's the one thing we forgot. He was trying to train Rita, remember?
She's trying to be an actual hero.
And like he talks. You remember that? We forgot that part. The mad shit he fucking talked to her. Be like, you do realize that your bitch ass ain't never gonna be nothing because you trash as fuck. She's like, the fuck did you? And like as she starts to deform, and he goes, now try it. She's like,
yeah, because her face was. She was like, you're gonna have me shit everywhere. Like, but so you give it a 4.
I give it a 4. I think that we had to set a lot of stuff up. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not. We haven't really done anything yet. So I got a lot of that same flavor and that energy, but like nothing has quite happened. But I can say confidently, having seen the other 2 episodes, doesn't take that long to get back to form.
So for me, that's where we differ. For me, I feel like we left off on a strong note and picked it back up on a strong note. For me, I'm giving it a 5 because it stayed true to every single thing that Doom Patrol is and was. It did not defer from it at all. You know what I'm saying? It literally came back out the gate. First of all, there's sex in the first 5 minutes. And I'm not trying to just bring it up, but remember how the first season kicks off.
True.
With Brendan Fraser's character. So they stay saying like, yo, remember, this is not a kid's show. They're reminding you out. Go ahead.
No. I agree with you, but I think the difference is that it's one thing. It's kind of one thing with like the pilot because you don't know anybody. Coming right back to it, I did get the same vibes, but we had to set shit up. We literally have to give ourselves an inciting incident to push the season forward. So for me, this was a lot of setup, having already known said characters. You know what I'm saying? So that's why
I agree and disagree because, like, I get what you're saying, but I disagree because we started talking about the Chief's daughter rounding out season 1. So now we see who she is. Remember, we had to be introduced to what he was doing with the Bureau of Normalcy and all that other shit. So we getting all that now. And we, like I said, the story is about how powerful the girl is.
Right.
Now, of course, it was like, is it the A plot or the B plot being they got to get big again? Is the A like there was almost like 5 different, this had like 5 different stories running in an hour. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. In 42 minutes, because you have 50 some minutes actually for this one, because you got them need to get big again, Cliff dealing with his shit, Jane dealing with her shit, Rita dealing with her shit, the Chief dealing with all of them on top of his own shit. So it's like there's so many stories.
It's a lot of
so
shit.
Many layers.
Somebody needs to flush that toilet.
Well, I mean, they at least big at the end of the episode, so there's one of them birds gone.
That's true. I couldn't help myself, bro. Like that was just a funny.
I'm sorry about that. What were you saying?
No, I just thought it was funny. You kept going on this person shit and that person shit. You know what I'm saying? It was just a very
funny. I mean, we need to start flash some of that shit down. But like, like I said, that's for me. It's like you're still building on a bigger story.
Yes.
Like this isn't like when we review Harley Quinn, where season 1 and season 2 were done completely. Right? This was season 1 was done. We got to see if we get season 2. You get it. Now you got to keep the story going with the same energy you brought in that one. The show is still weird. The show is still fun. It still has action, heart. It has everything. So that's why it's 5 for me. But again, we don't have to have the same rating on that. So that's what we want to know from you. What do you think about the season premiere of Doom Patrol? Let us know down below in the comments, all right? Make sure you're liking this video. Share it with your friends. Subscribe. Click on the notification bell so you can find out when I'm dropping more videos here on the channel and a bunch of reviews, just so I can get it out the way early. We are also reviewing Harley Quinn on the DC Universe. The season finale review comes out tomorrow, so check that out. We were supposed to be doing Stargirl, but he hasn't watched them yet. So episodes 1 through 6 with me are up already. So eventually, if he decides to catch the fuck up, we'll watch it.
Eventually.
Okay. Okay. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. J Washington, MRJAY. You should know how to spell Washington, of course. My Supervillain Squad on Patreon, patreon.com/Mr. J Washington. The Mad Titan podcast every Thursday, everywhere you get podcasts from. Blerds in the Hood, me and that man right there, every Tuesday live. YouTube.com/Blerds in the Hood, Twitch.tv/Blerds in the Hood. I think that's about it. It's so much more. Oh, I forgot to mention with the Patreon, I'm doing the one-on-one with the supervillains here. $25 once a month. I'm doing a one-on-one, 1 hour or so live uncensored conversation because people always want to pick my brain and want to hear how my thoughts on a lot of shit is. So that's what we're going to do. So if you want to join that tier, join that. And I think that's all I got. So go ahead, bro.
At the Swaggy Blerd, THESWGGYBLERD. That's on all your socials. I've got Monday's Game Time with this guy on the Outlaw Nation with John Roca. Tuesdays, Blerds in the Hood, as he mentioned on our YouTube channel, Blerds in the Hood. Wednesdays, youtube.com/PBP News. That's Positive Black People News. Brand new episode of The Revival will be out this Wednesday. As a matter of fact, when this finishes, I'm going to eat lunch, so I'm not so damn loopy, and then I got to get back to filming. Thursday, twitch.tv/The Swaggy Blerd. I do a show called Swag Back Thursdays. That's where I play a retro game that everybody votes on. And then I make a playlist for you based off of the year that said game came out. So, for example, last week was Donkey Kong Country. We did that shit, and it was 1994. That's a lot of dope-ass hip-hop that came out of there. So definitely check that out. And that's it for now. SEN Live we're bringing the crew back in, so I will be on this week. So just check Twitter for that. Other than that, I'm just trying to survive. I got some big stuff in the works, but until it happens, I got to zoop. So
I probably don't even know what the fuck it is, to be honest with you. Like, he be so zipped up on certain things. He be like, I can't even tell this nigga. And I'd be like, yo, I'm not telling nobody. Like,
I know. Yeah. No, it's not a big deal. I mean, you actually know the stuff because I shouldn't say that out loud because of NDAs, but like,
I know. I'm bullshitting with you. I know what it is, though. But we appreciate you, and we're glad to be back doing this show. Thank you for everybody who said they've been waiting for us to start talking about it again. Again, we got 3 weeks coming in already, so we will be here for all 3 and all the rest of the season. Thank you, everybody who's been rocking with us. We will holler at y'all next week. Till then, take care. We out. Bye.